Hi everyone, this is Alicia Smith with Alicia Smith Designs. Hey, it's been a while. Thanks for stopping by. I've had a lot going on, but I've always been watching, so I appreciate all of the beautiful creations you all have been making. I have a project share that I'm delighted to share with you today. My goddaughter and her husband are having their first baby. And I decided that I wanted to, in addition to giving a baby gift, I wanted to create a handmade gift. The reason I have this sitting here is because it's just a nice card that I'm going to include. I am using Winnie the Pooh, the collection kit, and it has a lot of pieces, and I have a lot of paper left over, and I'm going to give her all of this paper and all of the ephemera, as well as, you know how you have these things in your stash. So she's going to get a photo album as well, because if she's not a scrapbooker, she's going to be a scrapbooker soon because we got all this stuff, right? But she is a crafty lady, so she will likely enjoy this. So I just made this quick little card, and I'll put a note in there, of course. But I'm super excited to share with you what I created. Now, it's pretty big, so it's hard to get it all in frame. But I got this Winnie the Pooh from Five Below. And then I tricked him out. Of course, you know, I'm going to take him off of there. I gave him a little necklace, you know, blinged him out a little bit. You know, nothing big, nothing big. So I put a necklace on him, and this tie here is helping him to stay on this carousel. And this is the new Kscraft's 3D carousel. And I had the most fun putting this together. As you can see, I did the most, which, you know, that happens. That happens, those of you who've been around. But I used the Winnie the Pooh paper pad. I used the backing piece here for the little frame, but I didn't use the little book that sits on top of it. And this is the die set. And I'm going to tell you what, there are a lot of pieces. As you can see, I had to label them and separate them out. There are a couple of tutorials out there that are very helpful, and so it's not awful, but I did take my time with it. I'll jump right in. I put this string on here because my books don't want to stay in. I even put rubber bands on them, but it comes as a carousel so that you can make 8 booklets. Now, I've seen people make little booklets for their ephemera or for their swaps that they want to give away, and I wanted mine to be mini books, mini albums. I put little feet on the bottom, little jewels on the bottom, so it sits up a little bit. And of course I beaded everything. Now, I did a demo first, just using some random paper that I had, and so that gave me a good idea of what to expect. I wasn't in love with the little booklets for the project that I was working on. I think they'll be just fine if you were using them for to give away shakers and ephemera and things like that. But for what I wanted to do, I didn't find them to be that sturdy. So I decided to make a legitimate like mini album. So, you know, cereal boxes, and just made the little booklets. And then, of course, you know, you make one modification, and that means you got to make 18 other modifications. So this is an example of what I've done. I took the little cut aparts from the paper pad and did some stitching around those. I punched holes in those and beaded different sayings. This one says Grand Adventures. And of course, the ephemera says, as soon as I saw you, I knew a grand adventure was about to start. And then I did little booklets on the inside, so she can put pictures in here, or these can be tuck spots. On each little booklet, I also made little tags so that she could either put a picture or do some journaling, and just use the paper pad to, or the paper pack to decorate, and I didn't do too much because she's certainly able to decorate them if she'd like. These little tags I created are from a variety of pieces from my stash. So we've got this set of little hole reinforcers, and they help. I wanted something so that these cords wouldn't rip the paper. So I put hole reinforcers on each one of them. You know, labor of love type stuff. And then I have a variety of tags that I used. And I wanted there to be some variety. And these were, I just used the home reinforcers out of this. And then some tickets for some of the tags. And then these are the mounting pieces for the pictures. So each one of these little booklets has a little spot for photos. And so I just kind of took my time. She's about to have this baby any day now, and so hopefully I'll be able to get it to her quickly after I show it to you all. And so I am super proud of how these turned out. This one's Life Was Meant for Good Friends and Grand Adventures, and this one says My Friends and Me. So any little pictures she perhaps from daycare or new little friends the baby makes. And then they, as I mentioned, they all have a little tag in the back that has a tuck spot or ephemera. So, and this is, I just used scrap pieces of paper that were left over. Really quickly, I'll show you the other little books, Daddy and Me. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. And so each one of these has a little booklet in it. And again, there are 8 little booklets. And so everything you do, you got to do it times 8. So you do know that. You're as Sweet as Honey. This one says Mommy and Me. And then again, using the chipboard and ephemera pieces for that. And then Giggles, Hugs, and Kisses. And this one says Cuddles and Smiles. If there's ever a day we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I'll stay there forever. And so each one of these has 3 little booklets in it. And this one says My Family and Me. So these are all decorated. And then I believe this is the last one. And this is the baby's name. The things that make me different are the things that make me me. So she can, or they, the parents, anybody can decide how they want to decorate these. And I'm happy with how they turned out. And again, these are this is the little carousel. And I put a rubber band around them. And so we'll see how this all gets packaged up. But in the meantime, we got Pooh Bear. And I also got her a little ticker that I'm going to send her as well. Because, you know, Pooh has to have ticker. But ticker's not going to be blinged out, I don't think. So I thought it was the cutest little thing. And I just have this string here, or this ribbon here, that I happen to have in my stash. That's why you can't halfway get rid of stuff, because you might need it. And that just keeps him sitting on top. So I am super happy with this. Thank you for stopping by to take a look at what I've created. And I hope that she loves it. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you the next time.